Well, good morning, flockers. Glad to see everybody is joining us today. Yeah, Max. It really is exciting. It's actually about to get a lot more exciting because I just made you breakfast. Just got to cool off a little bit. Yeah. Hey, Maxwell. Hey, Max. Do you want to start with something to do? I know I interrupted a chewing session. Would you like a chewies? Were you waiting for Iggy's? Here. Okay, that's what you wanted. Well, good morning, good morning. I see we have Einstein, ornithology dude, Cheryl. Everybody's joining us. Yeah, I'm sure you can reach that yourself, Max. Oh, life is really tough. Life is so tough. Hey, Max, why don't you climb up so we can see you? Come on, bud. Climb up. There you go. What a little goose. Well, good morning, Christine and Rebecca and Greenbird. I see Tango's here, Mighty XT. Well, Tango's half here. What's going on, Tango? Are you tired this morning? Always something on the go with you, isn't there? I'm just going to let Max work on that while I grab his breakfast. I know he's pretty excited. He saw me put some eggies in the microwave. Yeah, these are still kind of hot. You know, you're a bird owner when you're walking around holding onto a piece of scrambled egg, waving it in the air, trying to cool it off. Now, Max sees that I'm doing this, and he is kind of egg-sighted. Do you like eggs, Max? Would you like eggies for breakfast? This one's still just a little warm. It's almost, okay, it's cooling off. Now, Max, do you want some eggies? Want eggies? Right here. Careful, it's still warm. Oh, there you go. Okay, apparently waving the egg in the air was exactly what he wanted me to do. Just gonna chop up a little bit more egg and toss it so it will cool off. There we go. Is that the good stuff? I mean, there's really nothing better than to start your weekend off with some eggies. Yeah, sunshine on the patio is a little bit better. So if you've been following the socials this week, you probably noticed that Max got to go on a walkie outside. He was super, super excited about this. Even gave her a really good walk as soon as he saw the outdoors. We've got a Chinook blowing through, which is some warm wind over the mountains that just brings a whole bunch of warm air with it. Brings some ferocious winds as well when it's blowing in. But we've had some unseasonably warm weather, and we've set some warmth records for December. I'm sorry, Max, are you trying to tell me something? Are you trying to tell me you want more eggies? Get another piece. I haven't forgotten about you. Oh, there you go. Don't waste the drop. But it's been really warm this week, which has been, you know, walking outside in shirt sleeves, I'm not going to complain. It's December. And if I go out with Max, I go out in shirt sleeves. And my rationale is if it's warm enough for me to be outside in shirt sleeves, it's warm enough for him. If I'm a little chilly, he's probably a little chilly. It really gives a good way to measure off the temperature and understand sort of how he's possibly feeling. He'll tell me when he's outside as well if he wants to go in. But the shirt sleeve trick is a good way to determine temperature, because temperature is not just the number on the thermometer. It also depends on the wind, on the sun, a whole bunch of other factors. But yeah, so super nice. We went for a walk early afternoon to go get the mail. Max helped me. Now, getting the mail, it's a very short walk. Usually it takes me 5 minutes to get the mail. Holding on to Max, 45 minutes. Had to stop and check out the snowbanks. He had to talk to a few neighbors from a social distance. He had to look at the birds and the bunnies, which had turned white, and the trees, and there was a lot to do outside. So it was a very slow walk to go get the mail. But he enjoyed himself, so I'm not going to complain. I could use that weather every day of the week. So let's see, what else is new with us? Oh, you gonna have a little chew? Yeah, that helps the egg go down, doesn't it, buddy? So this week, you probably noticed we put out not one but two Max's Musings. I'm trying to put out some of the shorter Max's Musings so that they're about 5 minutes long. Hey Max, stay put, I'll get you another egg. So the 5 minute long Max's Musings are what I'm trying to aim for rather than the 10 or 12 minutes. I think that's just a little bit better for a midweek video, which means sometimes I can make a couple of them. I also put out a video called Holiday Hazards. I know a few of you joined me for the premiere, and that came out yesterday morning. And Holiday Hazards is really just about what are some of the hazards of the holidays for the flock. Although Birdmas is a little bit different this year, there's still a lot going on and there are still a lot of potential hazards. Max, you look like you're still hungry. Would you like a stick of pasta? And get you a stick of pasta. And show everybody what you do with sticky pasta. There's a stick. Max loves his sticky spaghetti. In this case, it's sticky because it's a stick. It is completely dry out of the package. It's just fun to crunch on. So we've got holiday hazards up, and it's talking about some of the hazards for the flock during the holiday season and some of the things that we may not think about quite as often, including, the visitor just brought over a meal in a potluck container and wanted to heat it up. Congratulations. It was wrapped in non-stick aluminum foil, which can outgas and kill birds. You don't want that in your oven. Hey, Max. But Max was pretty good about showing us what he should and shouldn't do in true Bear and Son Bears fashion. He wanted to show us what he was not supposed to chew on during that video and did a grand job of that. Didn't you? Luck? There you go. Yeah, it's definitely a block morning for Max. I haven't decided yet. I might give him the whole box, but right now he's just finishing off Big Fist, so we'll see how that goes. All right. So I see a few more people have joined us. Rich Yu is here. I'm sorry if I mispronounced anybody's name. Alicia's here. Mookie's here. So hello. Wow, I missed a whole bunch of comments. Let's scroll back on those. All right. Rebecca's here too. Tango says that his Uman is doing two things at once. Well, that's okay, Tango. You watch and let your Uman do a bunch of whatever she's got to do. It's after all Yeah, it's all about the flock. You're part of the flock. Max, what do you think you're doing? Okay, that's what you think you're doing. Apparently, it's floor time. Yeah, he hasn't pooped on the paper yet. Max, don't chew on the paper. Want a block down there? Okay. Everybody bear with me. I'm going to loosen this off and see if I can drop down without being too rough. Well, thank you, Tico. Okay, Max, you make sure that your beak does not stray onto something like a baseboard there, okay? The playing on the floor thing is a bit new for him, but that's okay as long as he's not getting aggressive. Tico, lately when he's gotten on the floor, Tico's wanted to find a nice dark nest spot, and he's gotten a bit aggressive, so he's been told, no floor for you. I mean, it's all about how the flock behaves, isn't it? If you behave yourself, you get the privileges. So what are you doing down there, Goose? Yeah? You got a roof over your head. Bok bok to Mookie. Asevu is asking if Sinterklaas visited yet. Not yet. Max is wondering about that and thinking that maybe this should be happening soon. Hey, Mighty XT. As always, you are adept at identifying that Max is indeed a bird. Yeah, Max is definitely enjoying his crunchies down there. Let's see, what else have we got happening here? Ornithology, dude, it's actually, we went outside just before the live stream, or at least I did, to check out the weather. It's still a little cool for the flock. How warm is it? Alexa, current weather.
In Calgary, it's 7 degrees Celsius with cloudy skies. Today, you can expect partly sunny weather with a high of 9 degrees and a low of 0 degrees.
So yes, it is going to warm up a little bit more. I always find that the forecast tends to be a little bit, sort of from the earlier hour. They sort of report the forecast on the hours, so it's probably getting a little closer to 10 out there. But when I poked my head out, the sun was hiding behind a cloud, and it was just a little on the cool side. I'm going to keep an eye on that weather, and if it warms up a couple more degrees, I might pop outside for the last little bit of the live stream. Max would probably enjoy that, but as I said, it depends completely on what the weather is doing in another half hour or so. So we'll keep an eye on that. Yes, Christine, Max certainly did take me on an extended walk this week. But the thing is, we didn't go very far at all. We just went sort of for a very short loop in the complex. I didn't even get my steps in. Usually my 5-minute walk to the mailbox, I do the longer loop and get a few extra steps in because, face it, when you work at home, you don't get out walking and you don't get as much exercise as you would in an office environment. So yeah, on, I guess it was Thursday that I went out for that walk. Thursday evening, of course, it gets dark early. And Thursday evening, I went outside for a bit more of a walk just on my own. Max was busy playing inside his cage, as was Tico. And I went I thought, oh yeah, I'll just go out. It's such a nice evening. I'll get some extra steps in. I'll go for a bit of walk, check out some of the Christmas lights and everything that people have up. It was about this point that I noticed the complex across the street as I was walking past it had a SWAT team crawling all over it and an armored vehicle. Discretion being the better part of valor, I decided to head home. And as soon as I turned around and started heading home, a SWAT team member asked me what I was doing in the area and agreed with me that home was probably a really good place to be. Certainly not what you expect to find across the street. You know, didn't see anything on the news, didn't see any additional excitement from the house, but certainly seeing SWAT out there live, not quite what I wanted. The last time I saw SWAT live, I used to work at a local airline, and our offices were right up the airport. We had a hangar, we had all sorts of training equipment, including a plane body, and occasionally the police or the SWAT team would train there for their response on what to do if they basically had to storm an airplane. And I remember one day I was at the office campus. I'd gone downstairs to grab a coffee, and I came around the corner just as SWAT came around the corner, going the opposite direction. They split and ran around me, and I had all of these uniformed guys, full uniform, holding guns. I registered that they did have an orange plug in them, signifying that they were not live, but they were basically just doing a full-on simulation. Now, simulations are the way I would prefer to see the SWAT team. You know, if Max would have been out there, he probably would have been saying hello and wanting to make friends with all of them. So it's probably a good thing that we weren't out there. So that was my week. No, Christine, we are not finished with our Birdmas decorating yet. We've only just started pulling out a few Birdmas decorations. I usually don't do a large tree because it's just me and the flock. But most Birdmases, including last year, we go out on some meet and greets, and there's usually some beautiful trees that Max wanted to visit in various stores. And yes, I will fully admit a few of the video clips in some of our Christmas or some of our Birdmas videos are going to be from previous years where we've got the full decorations there in the background. Just because this year, due to COVID, we cannot go and get them fresh ourselves. The weather's nice, we might do a drive past and see if we can find some outside decorations to take some pictures with. Yeah, Max, nice weather today, huh? Yeah, that whistle that you're hearing, that's Tico's newest sound of the day. Hi, Rhonda, glad to see that you joined us. Yeah, let's see. Oh, Richie was asking, how old is Max? Max is 26 years young. Yeah, Greenbird, you're absolutely correct. Tango is campaigning for Einstein to say tango because it's so close to mango. I'm sure that Einstein will be able to say that one of these days. Hi, Kathy. Oh, thank you, Einstein. Einstein commented, I will watch Holiday Hazard soon and will share. Definitely appreciated. Some of the scripted videos are a lot more work. They take a lot of time to layer on the video, the images, even finding the right clips can be a bit of an adventure. Right now, I have video clips scattered across 2 computers and 2 external drives. So locating it can be a little bit of fun. It's not all on one computer because the hard drive is simply not large enough. Would you believe that I take an enormous amount of video in a week? Yes, Leisha, Max is certainly having a specialty making toothpicks. We still have a good sized box of blocks around. The one thing I don't like about these blocks, they're actually a perfect size for Max. I thought they'd be a bit small, but he thinks that they are ideal. He loves softwood, but I'm not a huge fan of the fact that the blocks are colored. Now, I'm sure that the color is absolutely bird safe. However, what happens is if you dip the block in water and then touch it to something, it will transfer color. And Max sometimes will be playing with something inside of the cage, toss it inside the water bowl and toss it around. Tico will do the same thing, or they'll splash water, they'll have a Max! Maxwell! Would you like a fresh block? That's better. Yeah, we're certainly not going to crowdsource the door for some wood to chew on. I know what you were thinking. You're not going to get away with anything on my watch. But one of these days, I'm probably going to have Max with a few Kellers on him just because I will have to transfer off the blocks. I've certainly transferred onto my hands from the blocks, and I've had a Kellered finger until I've taken a really, really good scrubbing to it. And usually then there's even a bit of a shadow because that Keller just is insidious. Does not want to hold on to the wood, but it sure wants to hold on to skin. Max, we don't want to do the paper today. Well, maybe we do want to do the paper today. Maxie, I'm going to move this. Come on. Come on out. Come on. Maxwell. Woo! Wrong out. Come here. Come on up. Maxwell, where are ya? You know, it's very hard for me to reach you under there. Come up. Come on. Come on. Step. Ho ho! You are being a brat. Okay, let's go step. Let's go step. There we go. Would you like an entire box of blocks, Max? Would that keep you busy for a little while? Would that keep you off the floor? Let's go see if there's a box of blocks. I bet it'll fit right here. Okay, we're going to come back up with the tripod. Oops. The tripod does not want. Yeah, Max, you just want to toss stuff, don't you? So I was talking about the Keller blocks. So they can transfer some Keller. So I'd love to get some just plain blocks. Now I'm capable of cutting them myself, but spending a couple of hours cutting down pine does not sound like a fun activity to me. Your mileage may vary. I'd rather be working on some of the videos and whatnot. So I know a local store that I picked them up from does not have the unkellered, but we don't even need a hole in them. So I might actually look around the community and see if there's somebody who's not working who wants to make a few dollars for spending a couple of hours cutting down some wood for Max. I'm just making myself a cup of coffee back here. Works much better if I grab the water out of the kettle that I just boiled rather than the tap. There you go. Hey, Max. Yeah, he's going to be busy with the blocks for a little while. Well, thank you, Christine. Christine says she enjoyed the Christmas safety video. Definitely appreciate that. So over the next few weeks for videos, I'm setting myself a bit of an ambitious goal for scripted videos, and I'm going to try to put out one scripted video a week this month, just as part of the Birdmas season. Last week's was Holly Day Hazards. And this week I'm working on a very special video that's going to be a bit of a collaboration with a good friend of mine, Gonzo's pet hooman. And yes, although Gonzo has crossed the Rainbow Bridge, he might appear in the video too. You know, just a really nice throwback to that. So that's what I'm working on this week. The following couple of weeks, I'm still planning out what we're going to do, but I'll give you a heads up. There might be a HoloFlock party. We had a lot of fun at Hello Weird when we invited the flock to join us for a virtual party. And I've been thinking it could be kind of fun to do something similar for Birdmas as well. So stay tuned. That might be happening. Let's see, what else have we got on the go? Oh, and I'll also be sharing some of our Birdmas content from previous years. Beginning of the week, I shared out a video called I Don't Belong Under the Tree. And that video is all talking about buying pets and Maxwell, that chair is not for chewing. What are you doing? Maxwell. Max. This is good for chewing. Well, you can climb up if you want. Oh, you were trying to climb up the whole time, were you? Here, you can chew up there. Or you can toss from up there. And we are officially bored with the game of blocks. Nope, we're going back down. Maxwell, I'm watching you. I said no. So Max, would you perhaps like to play with a newspaper? Not that. Here's a newspaper. I'm going to put this newspaper over. Okay. That will keep him busy for 38.2 seconds. Hi. Max does like building himself little tunnels out of newspaper, and that seems to be what he's got going on right now. Tunnel into the box. As long as he's not chewing on my chair, that is perfectly fine. So I was talking about the video called I Don't Belong Under the Tree. So that's a video talking all about the idea of giving pets as a gift and why it can be a really bad idea, especially with a parrot who can be very, very long-lived. It's a better idea to give a pet-themed gift, and last week we talked about some of Max's merchandise, the box socks or the Métis. We put out a new merchandise design this week, a new shirt design, and we'll have a couple more coming out in the following weeks as well. I have something in mind, and I don't have the full talent to do it, so it takes me a lot longer to get it where I want it to be. I sort of got an idea for a bit of an edgy design, and I'm on try 4 for it right now. I'll leave that there, and that, of course, is on our Teespring store. So hopefully we'll have some of that out in the near future. Oh, look at you go, Max. Yeah, his mission is to empty the box. option is if you have somebody in your life that you really are thinking about getting a pet for, I mean, don't buy them the pet, but you can always wrap up a picture of the type of pet. Maxwell. Hey, how about I repack the box? Yeah, he just wants me to pay some attention to him. Yeah, one of these days I'm going to bonk him on the head. It will happen. Oh, you almost bonked me, buddy. So have I pointed out yet, Max, that I'm all the way over here? No, stay up. How about blocks in a cup? Oh, Max, do you want to play a game of pops, maybe? I'm going to run over here and see what else I've got. Oh, I've got some other toys for you, Max. Wait until he gets bored again. It's okay, Tico. Is that fun, buddy? Maxwell! Woo! Oh, are you going for the floor again? Toss these toys in there, since that's what I was working on. Okay, loosen this off. And let's see. There. Okay, Max, I'm watching you. You cannot put your beak on any of the baseboards or the doors. Or the drywall. I don't want to be fixing drywall. Have to do that once too often. Yeah, Max does have good aim, and I think he does understand that he does not want to toss it directly to me. He wants to toss it elsewhere just because it is kind of fun. Okay. Yes, Tango Elliott, don't make me stop this car. Max is certainly acting like a bit of a spoiled kid. That's okay, though. I mean, he's having fun. He's playing in what is deemed a safe place. But he's full of beans today and definitely is not really in a mood to settle to just play with one thing. We all have days like that. Yeah, Connie, just like a little child. Absolutely. Rebecca has a good idea about the blocks. Might try soaking in hot water to wash some of the colors off. Lay it out to dry on newspaper. Yeah, that's definitely an option, Rebecca. But my thought is, if I'm purchasing pre-made blocks, wow, why? Why? Yes, Cindy, Max does enjoy peeling wallpaper off. In this house, he does not have the opportunity to try, but he has been helpful in the past. No Greenbird. Max has been kept well away from my coffee. I actually am the one who needs a sip of coffee chasing Max. So Mookie's got a good question. She's asking, what are your thoughts on live indoor trees as opposed to fake? I talked briefly on this on Holiday Hazards. You know, trees indoors, absolutely beautiful. With live trees, you usually get either pine or fir. And pine and fir trees are, well, pine and fir wood are relatively safe. But the question is, what have they been sprayed with? Most trees that are sold as Christmas trees have been treated. They've been sprayed with chemicals, both pesticides to make sure that you don't get a whole bunch of little crawly guests for Christmas dinner. And they've also been sprayed with a fire retardant. Both very, very valid use of chemicals. And by the time you bring the tree inside the house, those chemicals are probably dry and they're no longer airborne. But the problem is, if Curious Bee gets onto that tree, those chemicals can be very, very poisonous. So it's definitely something that you have to keep an eye on. And I know some people have better luck keeping an eye on birds than others. And let's face it, during the holidays, when there's people over, when there's a lot of things happening, it can be easy to lose track of a flock member. And it would definitely be a real hazard if something bad happened. So that was talking a bit about live trees. Some of the live trees as well, depending on species, can have really, really sharp needles. Those can be a bit of a problem. Artificial trees are, they're made to use year after year after year. These days, they're generally made out of sort of, if you look at the branches and the needles, they're generally made out of sort of a plasticky material. It's not a bird toy, but it's probably not a bad thing to have around. Just keep an eye on the flock. It's okay to take a quick picture with the tree, but don't encourage the flock to play in the tree. Cheryl made a comment I sent to your Instagram account. I'm not quite sure what you sent, Cheryl, but I will check after this stream. A comment to any of the flockers here. Yes, I do monitor messages on Twitter, on Facebeak, and on InstaFlock. And I do try to respond if anybody ever does message me. I do have a shout out to Tango Elliott, who was really kind to message me after the stream last week. Tango Elliott was doing some... Tango Elliott's Hooman, please cover your ears. Tango was doing some holiday shopping for his pet Hooman and had gotten onto my Teespring store. And Tango, trying to make a big surprise for his pet Hooman, tried to type in the code that was live last week, which was Black Friday, and was having a hard time with the code. And so just messaged me and I hopped in. Only took me a couple of minutes to fix the code. I actually had to delete it and re-enter it, and then it started working again, which was absolutely fantastic. And that helped out Tango so that his pet Hooman didn't have too big of a surprise on her credit card, but it also it also helps out the flock a little bit. I don't currently have any discount codes on the site, but if you are doing some holiday shopping this week and you want to pick up some merchandise and you want a bit more of a discount, send me a message and I will hop in, set up a code, and provide it to you. That is a special offer for the flockers who are watching today's live stream. So you can just send me a message, Facebeak, Twitter, InstaFlock. If you don't have any of those, you can also email maxmoluccan@gmail.com and I will help hook you up. Oh, hello, Joy. Joy, I'm glad to see that you're joining us. We don't have an indoor block happening, but we're going to check the weather. Actually, Alexa, current weather.
Letters instances include A, N, X.
Alexa,
Y, and
stop. Alexa, current temperature.
Right now, it's 7 degrees Celsius. Today, expect
Alexa,
a high
stop.
of 9 degrees.
So Alexa thinks it's 7 degrees out there, but I might still poke my nose out and see if it's warmed up a bit. Even if it's a little cool, we might be able to pop out for 10 minutes at the end of the live stream, and I'm sure we'll get a good balk out of Max for that. Oh, Cheryl comments that she has a fiber optic tree. Bob's afraid of it. And yeah, and fiber optic, I mean, they can be absolutely beautiful. The thought on that is how quickly could a bird damage that tree with just a well-placed beak? One good chomp. Rebecca's got a great suggestion on Birdmas trees. Look for a tree farm that sells live trees that you can plant after Christmas. Great idea. The one thing that we've done here in the past is we've picked up a small potted Norfolk pine. They're not quite a traditional Christmas tree, but they are a beautiful plant. Unfortunately, mine did not make it through the year. It actually stumbled through a year and a half before it decided that it no longer wanted to live inside of the house and died out on me. But I might see if I can pick one of those up this year. But realistically, this Birdmas, we're not out doing a lot of shopping. It is a very, very different year. Online shopping is definitely a great, great idea. Oh, that was sweet, Tango. Yeah, Tango, I think that those socks are going to look absolutely beautiful in purple. It's kind of cool. The box socks I was showing everybody last week, they are available in a variety of colors. Of course, I picked up the yellow, but there's purple, there's white, there's green, there's blue. There's a few other really, really cool colors. So, it's actually going to be good if I get up and just going to sneak over and take a look outside. Looks like the sunshine is nice and warm. Let's see. Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay, flockers, I think we're going to make a plan for that. In about 10 minutes, I will invite Max to pop on a harness and we'll do the last few minutes of the stream outside. So if you want to hang around for that, that might be kind of cool. Yeah, Joy Mookie, I've been having a heck of a time with auto defect recently myself. You type in something, autocorrect helpfully changes it for you. You hit send and you look and you think, yeah, that wasn't quite what I had in mind. I think auto defect was updated the last time I updated my phone. Oh, you got a big orange block. Yeah. Oh, is that fun? Oh, so much fun. Hello, Tico. So Tico's been busy this week as well. Of course, plum season is over. So he got acorn squash this week. We picked up a few last time I was shopping. There's more in the fridge to surprise him with. He got one that was... Am I not supposed to tell the tale, Max? Tico? Tico's telling me to whisper right now. But I got a small acorn squash, you know, a good size. I mean, you could hold it in a hand, but it was a pretty good handful. And it was, you know, about a pound. You know, Tico's about a pound, so it's weighed about the same as Tico. Well, I popped it in Tico's cage. This was earlier this week. Oh, whisper. Whisper, Tico, whisper. Yeah, you're all wet. The soundtrack from the background just kills me. Yes, one of Tico's favorite things to say is whisper. So I put this in his cage when I made myself lunch. In an hour's time, he had completely shredded the entire squash, just leaving, a whole bunch of bite-sized pieces all over his cage and, a small little clump of seeds and stuff from the very core of the squash. Didn't take him long at all. I think he was surprised how quickly he ripped through it, but he's been working on big pumpkins, so, he is in great shape for that. So he really, really enjoyed working on that acorn squash. Didn't you, buddy? Yeah, I'll try to get a few on camera. I do respect Tico. Tico does not appreciate having the paparazzi birdie in his face as much as Max. Max wants to perform for the camera at all times. Yeah. So I do try to respect Tico a little bit. Yeah. Rhonda, we'll have snow next week. I mean, this is Calgary. If you don't like the weather, wait 10 minutes. It's going to change. All right, well, Max is busy. I'm just going to grab his box of blocks off the chair. Oops. I'm sorry, Max. Did I startle you? Don't think he appreciated the upstairs having the blocks removed. And Maxwell, you want to go outside? If you want to go outside, we can pop out from under the thing. Oh, come on. Come on, Max. Come here. Come on. Maxwell, you want to come out? Max, you want to go outside? Come on. Okay, we're going to shift the chair. Come on up. Come on up. There you go. You're going to step on top of the chair. Now, Max, I'm going to adjust this. Just going to pull this up. So if we're going outside, we're going to want this up anyhow. Oops, that's not the right adjust. Maxwell. Oh, go poop. Big pooper. Yeah, that's going to really help out the block you pooped on. I'll have to keep an eye on that when I pick up those blocks. So, Max, would you like to put on a leash and go outside for 10 minutes? Oh, we're going to take the stream outside. So, I'm just going to untangle this. And I apologize, I'm going to get right in the picture for a minute. Come on, here we go. Here we go. Oh, there you go, right over the head. One wing. Oh, you just got to be patient, buddy. Two wings. Oh, don't chew on it. Hey. Hey, don't chew. I know, I'm coming at this from a weird angle. Look up. There you go. There you go. Go, honey. Well, we can't go outside without a leash on. So we've got the leash. Okay. Now, I'm going to pick up Max, and I'm going to take this entire show on the road. Come on up, Max. You want to go outside? Want to go outside? Okay, I'm gonna do here, just adjust the brightness on this. And I'm just gonna pick us up for a minute and I'm gonna carry us, so don't go anywhere. We are just going outside. And there is the door. We go outside, buddy? I got some shoes on. And Max will be back on the camera. There you go. That exciting? Is that exciting, Betty? You want me to put out a chair for you? I'm going to set you out right here with the chair. And I'm going to tangle. Yay! Yeah! How's that? Have we got a good picture? Hi! Hi, Max! That's right! Wow, 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 wow! Oh, wow, 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 wow! Okay, we'll shift the camera a little bit more. Let's see how we are doing with the camera. Here you go, Max. That's pretty good. It's nice and warm out here, isn't it? Well, hello, Reggie. Glad you joined us. Hi, absolutely, Tiffany. Yeah, very stylish. The leash always is very, very stylish. So, yes, Cheryl, that is an aviator harness. Max is pretty good about letting me put it on. It does take me a few minutes to pop it on. I don't know how much you saw of the harness going on. I was more interested in getting it on than keeping a clear shot. I was kind of reaching at a weird angle. But there is a YouTube video that demonstrates how to put on and how to take off an aviator harness, which is a little bit cleaner if you wanted to take a look at that. You know, you might have gotten a good look at this video as well, as I was dressing Max up for his trip outside. Oh yeah, Tango. I mean, bok is the sound of outdoors. Hey Max, can you bok, bok, bok? Can you bok, bok, bok? Can you bok for Joy? Can you bok for Mookie? Can you bok for Einstein? Hey Max, bok, 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 bok. Bok, 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 bok. Bok, 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 bok. Oh yeah, yeah. He wants to balk, but you know, it's his outdoor sound. He'll balk inside, but he loves to balk outside. Well, hi, Max. Yeah, Max, you enjoy it out here, don't you? You like hi, Max. You like the sunshine. You like seeing every birdie going past. You like watching what's happening. So, yeah. Hello, Max. Hello, Max. Now, Alexa did tell us that it was only about 7 degrees out here, but the sun's out. I'm in shirt sleeves, and it's actually quite nice out here. I'd say it's closer to probably 12 degrees in the sun. You know, it is comfortable. You know, we're not going to be out here for hours, but it's definitely warmed up from where it was an hour ago. So, kind of glad that we had this idea of let's pop outside for a bit of stream. Yeah. Oh yeah. Max, can you believe that we're out of doors in December? I mean, you're viewing this live. You know that I'm out here. Yeah, the trees and the shrubs and everything are looking pretty dead, but that's okay. Hello. Hello. Oh, we're going for a wander. Where do you want to go? Hi, Max. Hi, Max. You want to wander? I'm going to wander over here myself, so I'm a little bit closer to the camera, and I'm going to shift the table. Yeah. There you go. Absolutely. Feel free to videotape from a safe distance. COVID safe. This is Max the Moluccan. We're actually just sitting out here doing a bit of a live stream. Camera's pointing that direction, but you're welcome to visit. No, live streams are all about interactions. And it was so nice out. People have got the loud cars out, but it was so nice. Max just wanted to pop out. But his name is Max the Moluccan. He's a 26-year-old Moluccan cockatoo. And he's got a YouTube channel. He's got some really fun Christmas content up. Of course, he calls it Birdmas. YouTube, InstaFlock, Twitter, and just search for Max the Moluccan. Moluccan is how he spells the breed. But yeah.
Hello. Will you say something back to me? Hi.
Hey Max, can you bark? Can you bark for me? Can you bark for your new friends? That's just a helicopter.
Max, are you shy?
Yeah, he's watching the helicopter. Hey Max, can you bark? Bark. Can you bark? Can you bark for me? He does a beautiful chicken imitation. He did it earlier, but right now he's apparently too fascinated by seeing people. Yeah. Well, thanks for dropping by to say hello. We're out.
We're on a good chat with someone. And then all of a sudden I look up and I see
Yeah. Well, Max actually live streams every Saturday at 10:45, and he sort of decides what he wants to do. I decided, it's towards the end of the chat. It's warmed up a lot outside. I'll just pop out with him for a few minutes, and yeah, but we're out here usually in the summer, on weekend mornings, but always feel free to stop by and say hi. After COVID, Max would love to collect a scritchy from you. He is super, super friendly.
well, enjoy your day.
Yeah.
Live stream.
Yeah, take care. Yeah, I think Max's favorite thing about being outdoors is seeing people and being able to be a little bit of a clown. Yeah, Cheryl, I assume your comment there is in regards to the aviator harness. It takes a while to get a bird used to a harness. It's not something that I would expect most birds to hop into right off. Prior to getting a decent aviator harness, I used to use just an ankle harness on Max. Not nearly as good as a full body aviator. And when I picked up the aviator harness a few years ago, I thought it will take a few years, or it'll take months to get him used to it. And I was sitting on the chair, Max was sitting with me, and I was opening up the package, and he looked at me and said, "What's that?" And I showed him, I said, "It's a harness," and he immediately stuck his foot into it. He kind of had the idea that a harness meant he got to go outside and he just had to stick his foot in it. And it was towards the end of the season, but it's like, no, buddy, it goes over your head. So I basically took the harness, fresh out of the box. Keep in mind, I hadn't read the instructions yet. Popped it over top of his head. And he went, "Oh, this is kind of different." And I was left to figure out how the straps went. And, the straps on these are quite simple. But I swear I had an octopus of straps happening. There were straps everywhere. I didn't know where wings went. I didn't know where feet went. Max is pretty patient trying to figure this out himself. Got the harness on and popped him outside just as an immediate reward. And he thought, hey, this is pretty cool. Yeah, I don't mind this at all. Then I tried to take off the harness. Yeah, off was much harder than on, because what happened is Max's beautiful crest got caught, and all the feather ruff here got caught in the harness. I did not realize that I had to tuck the feathers into the harness before pulling it over his head, and he had an idea about that as well. On was fine, but off he was not really a fan of. Okay, bud, stay. Oh yeah, you're coming for a close-up. Oh, you're coming for a scritchy. Okay. Yeah. Well, hopefully we are still in frame here. I think down a little bit. No scritchies? Yeah, there you go. Yeah. I'm just going to assume that I'm in frame right now. If I'm not, I'll be able to see in a minute's time. I can't quite see on the camera because it's just slightly behind and beside me. And it's kind of dark, so I've got my spare camera in my hand. That's what I use to monitor the chat and see what's going on with the stream. I just use an old phone for that. Stream on one device, watch on the other, so I can actually see what's going on here. And I can see the chat, and I can scroll through the chat, and I'm not at risk of inadvertently stopping a live stream. I know Einstein's hooman Marcia does the same thing. Yeah, that's a good scritchy. Does that feel good, Betty? Yeah? Did you hear? Oh, yeah. And Max is just a little blast furnace right now. Oh yeah, Max is definitely entertaining. He enjoys hanging out here. Sun's moving a little bit behind a cloud, but you can see he's engaged in keeping a close eye on everything that was happening. I mean, he had people come up. That was super exciting for him. He watched an airplane or a helicopter go overhead. That was super exciting. You know, there's just so much going on out here at any given time. It's a great place to hang out. It's nice and enriching for him. And face it, if we've got this kind of warm weather in December, we are going to take advantage of it. Yeah. Yeah, Max, people might want to see your pretty face. Can you turn around? Okay, we'll shift the camera then. Yeah. Hi, Max. Oh, yeah. Well, that was a noisy truck. Yeah. What do you think? What do you think, buddy? Hi, Max. Hello. I know, you almost got to meet some people in person. Yeah. Are you excited about the out of doors? Yeah, so right now he does not need any toys to play with because he's got so much to watch, so much is happening, so much is going on. Jeff. Hi, Max. Yeah, the sun just hid behind a cloud. It always feels a little cooler when the sun hides behind a cloud. You don't have quite as much radiant heat. It's still okay out here, though. Yeah. Max has his feathers. Yeah, Max. joining us. Hello to Popeye. Popeye, for those of you who don't know, is also a parrot located in Calgary. We actually, if this is the same Popeye anyhow, we met Popeye's pet hooman at an outing at Pisces. I think Gonzo and Q were there as well. And Popeye's pet hooman used to have, what's wrong, bud? I know. We're going to hang out for a minute. But Popeye's pet hooman used to have a cockatoo before coming to Canada. I really missed him. And we were able to talk about some of the local rescues. And Popeye came from a local rescue. Para Stu, can you please let me know if I got any part of that story wrong? But I mean, it's so cool to meet flockers and to see others who come to meet a flock and know that you've had even a very, very small part in it. You know, being out and about that day, I think was really, really cool. Popeye, Max hopes that you get a chance to go outside as well. It is such a beautiful day. Hi, Max. I know. Where did the sun go? Can you tell the sun to come back?
What?
Yeah. Paris Stu, that was so super, super cool. You know, I really can't wait until we can meet Popeye in person. I follow Popeye on InstaFlock, and it's so cool to watch him hanging out with you and your family. Hi. 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 Are there more people coming? Hey, Max, there's people. You want to say hi? Hello. You see the people? You see the people, buddy? Hey, Max. Do you see the people? He is. This is Max. He is, I'm doing a live stream, so I'm just trying to stay out of the camera myself. But this is Max. He's a 26-year-old Moluccan cockatoo. Hey, Max, can you box for me? Can you box? That's right. Can you box? There you go. I've had him since he was 15 years old, so, since he was 10 years old. So I've had him for 16 years now, and he was a rescue, but he loves being outside. He loves seeing everything that's going on. He loves people. He does not think much of social distancing, but yeah. After COVID, we can go meet people in person. Yeah. Did you hear that there's a Santa Claus parade coming through Evanston today?
No.
5 o'clock. It starts at one of the schools, and it's looping through the area. It's a photograph opportunity. Their route map is on the Evanston Facebook page, but they're coming up this road. They're coming through the complex, arrive across the street, and coming right up here. And they start at 5 o'clock, so it'll probably take them a while to come here. They go past the pond, you know, start hitting the main roads in here. But it might be something for the kids. Can you say bye-bye, Max? All right, Max. You want to go step? Yeah. Okay, I'm going to scooch back around. No, Max definitely loves to meet people. The Santa Claus parade that's coming through here, I think it's such a cool thing that the community's putting on. It will be a little bit after dark because it starts to get dark a little bit before 5. So it'll be too cool for Max to pop out. So I was a little disappointed to see the time, but otherwise we would have been out trying to get a bit of a picture of the parade with Max. Oh yeah, Paris too. Max would definitely be excited to meet Popeye. We've met so many of the local flockers, and we have a few that we hang out with regularly. Q, we used to meet up a lot with Gonzo, but now that Gonzo's crossed the Rainbow Bridge, we'll still be meeting up with Lori and some other members of her flock. You know, she's been adopting a few different parrots, but I think Bandit is probably going to be the one coming out on meetups, and he is the cutest little cake. So, you know, really looking forward to that when things go back to usual. Oh, yeah, Max, you're a real charmer. Did you just charm the pants off of your friends? So now I'm looking at the camera. I realized that even though I was standing there, I was in shot the whole time, which I think is great when I was talking to some of the neighbors. You know, Max loves talking to people, and I think it kind of makes people's day too when he sees them. So live stream a meetup with some flockers. They know that they're off camera, but you know, unless I'm deliberately pointing a camera at them, I try to be very respectful of people's space. You could hear what they were saying. I did mention that we were live streaming with Max, and Max got to perform, which was good. Now, Max looks much happier now that sunshine just came back out. Hey, Max, do you realize that we went over on our livey stream? Yeah? Yeah, we did. Max. So I think we should call it a day for you. I've got a bunch of stuff to do inside, and I think it's past your nap time. So, Max, what I'd like to invite you to do, can you bark for me? A big bark to end the live stream? Can you bark? That was not a bark. Hey, Max, can you bark?
Max?
Do you ever get the feeling that he's making fun of me? Hello, Max. Max, can you bark? You give a good bark? I'm gonna go to. Thank you, Max. That was exactly what I wanted. I'm just gonna go to a handheld camera here. Because it dawned on me, I know exactly how to get Max to do one more bark for the camera. Come on up. Come. Hi, Max. Can you bark? All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today. If you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. We've got lots of fun Birdmas content coming out, and we will try to keep you entertained all month. All right. Thank you, Max. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Oops. I'm sure I want to stop streaming.